Uh, this is a very, very, very difficult video to make. YouTube and everyone else has been putting me under a lot of wear and tear about my account, trying to find ways to take me down every week. And yet, all I have to do is dance to their beat and everything will be okay. But I'm not made that way. So they took this video down before. So now I will do it again. And if they don't like it, the people don't. It's a freedom of speech, and the people need to know. They want to know, so I'm going to tell it. That's just it. I'm going to do it the right way, the way I always do it. But if they have a problem with it, so be it. This is the truth behind the Magic Johnson HIV announcement. When Magic Johnson got HIV, the entire world, when he made the announcement, I was only, junior in high school when this announcement was made. And what little we knew about HIV is that's just another word for AIDS, which means you die. So people didn't expect Magic Johnson to live more than 10 years. We're listening to experts on the television tell us that Magic Johnson is going to die in like 10 years. He only got like 10 years. Magic's dying. So in everybody's mind, Magic Johnson ain't finna live long. And one can imagine like what he was going through at that time. Just finding out you got a disease when you were just at the top of the world in the basketball world, and you ready to play the next season, and the NBA is like, no, your blood test came back. We got to send you back immediately. And he was in Europe at this time, and they had to send him back home for a test. And they kept testing him, and it came back the same. So that's frightening, because now you're being told that you're completely healthy, but you have a virus and you don't feel sick. And then now you gotta tell family, wives, friends. It's like you're getting your life in order. You want to know how long you have. It's a very delicate situation. So back then it was only like maybe like I think it was like wow, what was it, like one drug, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I was checking a text message, but it was like one HIV drug at the time, and that they had for HIV that was cleared. So they were going to start him on this, and everything else was experimental at the time. So there was no guarantees on anything that was going to happen with Magic Johnson. But this was the first time it got national attention when he made this announcement. When he made the announcement, you know, it was two reasons. The way they made the announcement, because the rumors were flying through, and if something had to be said. And when he came out and made the announcement, it was also to let people know who he had been involved with. Hey, I got it. Go get tested now. So it put a panic in a lot of other people as well. Now it's a lot of controversy, always, you know, about, well, how did this happen? How did someone like Magic Johnson, you know, contract the HIV virus? You know, like, everything that's someone's personal business, but it's speculated. Everything is alleged, but it's a strong alleged rumor that he got it through Jermaine Stewart. But we don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time, Jermaine Stewart. But obviously Jermaine Stewart took his clothes off and had a good time. And by doing that, it cost both of them their lives. Changed or altered their lives. You know, when this happened, this was around the time that the Coming to America was getting ready to come out. They were filming. They had a rap party for Coming to America in '87. And Arsenio Hall, who was Magic Johnson's closest friend, him, Eddie Murphy, and a couple of other people that they hung out with. You know, this was like their group. And when they went out to the nightclubs and things of this nature, you know, it was a big party scene. There was like disco, pop acts, and some guys may have been bisexual. We don't know. But that's where Jermaine and Magic Johnson started to become good friends. You know, how good of friends they were, who knows? And it was rumored that Jermaine Stewart got the disease from Sylvester, who also died in '88 from AIDS. And he contracted the virus and he ended up passing it on to Magic Johnson, allegedly. Now, Magic has been known to sleep with tons of women and 3, 4 at a time, whirlpools. There was also swinger parties. You know, Magic bragged about all the women he was sleeping with back then. And then there were pools of other people in there as well. Like men who brought women in there and they had swinger parties and everybody's just messing with each other. It's been alleged that AC Green, Vlade Divac, just to name a few of the players on the team that were allegedly very close to hanging out with Magic in those type of parties. Even though AC Green would not sleep with women, he wanted to stay a virgin until he was married. So I don't know how that worked out for him. I didn't keep up with AC Green. Now, this is all alleged with these other accounts and acts. We don't know for sure. And we're not here to poke at nobody, down anybody, or degrade anybody. Just like we said on the last video, they didn't like. We're just telling what happened. Since that has happened, Jermaine Stewart tried to reach out allegedly to Magic Johnson to check on him, to talk to him, and he felt like a person who had gotten broken up with. There was no return of phone calls. There was no messages coming back to him. He was just down about everything. And he felt like suicidal, and he was going to write a book because he was poor and didn't really have anything on his job. And he was just going to write a book talking about all the people in Hollywood that he's had relationship with, and some people have families, and he wanted to talk to Magic Johnson, hopefully somebody could pay him to stop. He just really wanted some attention, and everybody had basically blocked him out. No calls, no nothing from him. So, he died miserably, crying alone in Chicago, Illinois, our home. So we've heard about the story plenty of times about what happened to the situation. Whether people chose to believe it or care, it's up to them. It's not really our concern. We don't have to live with it. But what Magic did was bring a lot of awareness to safe sex. More condoms were sold during that period alone for people protecting themselves and having safe sex and saying it's cool to use a condom. Because look what happened to Magic Johnson. People do that a lot. They go out and say, okay, let's go have sex. Let's do this, let's do that. Then next thing you know, boom. They're hit with this, this disease out of nowhere, And I'm not saying that the only way you get it is sleeping with a gay person. It's not what I'm saying. None of that stuff. I'm just saying if you got one person, stay with them. The diseases are out there. Believe you me, they are out there. They're not fake. It's nothing the media's creating so that you don't produce babies. The diseases are out there. Just be careful. Protect yourself. Know the people you're sleeping with before you start sleeping with them. Especially unprotected. And take care of yourself. I'm out.